challenge begins.
Back to the game. We have Sasha Grey. What a nice surprise. Just gonna swap the players. Yeah, but it seems like Sasha Grey is opening up onto Fnobus like from the get-go on the Paladin here. There's the kidney shot on top of him and a sheep into a sheep for the Shadow Priest.
Offensive AMS, he could end up paying for that later. He's popping all his defensives right now. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. But they are trying very hard to kill this priest, it looks like. That priest being Hydra, right?
Yeah, I think it is, at least. But now the Fnobus is taking a huge amount of damage, down to 40% HP. There's Armor Master being popped, as well as Freedom being given to himself. And a Holy Light is probably going to pick him up. Yeah, that's 25% of a heal right there. Yeah. And now Sasha Grey is taking a huge amount of damage. There's the Cloak of Shadows coming in from him. He still doesn't vanish, though.
Yeah, this Hydra's doing a great job of keeping everybody up, and he's actually even Mass Dispels the bubble right there. Hydra's got balls, man. I think that's probably why everyone considers him to be one of the best priests, is that he's so good at playing offensive, even with his teammates are getting low on health. His rogue is taking a ton of damage right now, though.
Yeah, and he got into fear there from the Killer Priest. Now to 5% HP. There's the Vanish, not going to be enough. 3%, there's a blind coming out as well. Is he actually going to be able to survive? 5%, and he goes down.
Oh, man, that was intense.
Now Fnobus is in a kidney shot, and Sasha Grey is going to do a lot of damage. I can't say that name without smiling. But yeah, Fnobus got himself a Freedom, gonna be able to pick himself up. But now Hydra is gonna be the one taking a huge amount of damage, down to 60% HP, there for a second.
And there's some good peel coming out right now. Like, he just disarmed that DK, and now it looks like they're trying to do damage to the DK, but I mean, it's a Death Knight. He has so many cooldowns to go through, and with a greatly skilled, greatly played healer like Fnobus, I don't see him going down anytime soon.
Yeah. And there's everything you can imagine on top of that DK. He had Fear, Freedom, Sheep, just everything. And now Fnobus once again getting focused by Sasha Grey. Sasha Grey pop and sprint to get on his target, but now Hydra is the one who's in trouble. He has to pop Pain Suppression to be able to survive that.
They pop Desperate Prayer as well. And now he's just trying to keep himself up. Sasha Grey trying to peel his heart out, but not going as well as I'm sure he'd like. I mean, his priest is all the way at 40% right now. He's taking a ton of damage, 29%, 21%. He's barely keeping alive, even Holy Novas to keep himself up. Outstanding play by priest hero Hydra, and he managed to pick himself up behind a pillar. And I think he's gonna, tops himself up right here. Great play. For those of you that love Hydra, this is why.
He's really excellent play right there. Sasha Grey now dropping a little bit in damage. At the same time, Kenkidama, the DK, is going to be taking a little bit of damage himself. Once again, Sword Hydra is going to be able to drop down to below 30%. There's a silence coming in from the Shadow Priest. Down to 2%. Hydra goes down. Here we go. Game number 3. Map is going to be Beastz Edge Arena.
Yeah. There's even some levitates going off. I think he's just trying to get himself in combat there, and that's what happened there. Now, Hydra already pops Power Infusion. He's trying to just dispel everything. He gets put in a full Strangulate, and he drops down. I think that was a good drop down. He really alleviated some pressure on himself right there.
Yeah, and that's
because if anyone follows, they could potentially die.
And a Shadow Dance coming out of Sasha Grey right there, spamming that ambush. But now the Rogue himself is going to be taking a little bit of damage, dropping down to 50% HP.
Yeah, there's a ton of damage coming out from the Unholy Shadow Cleave team. I think that's what it's called. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But the RMP is really having to play peel mode right now. I mean, or Khuna rather, is sitting on this DK just trying to prevent him from walking anywhere. But DKs are very powerful.
Yeah, we can say Khuna instead of Sasha. That's less restraining on my my mind. But yeah, the DK is now dropping a little bit down to 60%. In the meantime, Khuna is going to be actually taking a little bit of damage himself from both the Shadow Priest and the DK on top of him. But wow, there's a grip onto Hydra, and he's forced to pop Pain Suppression.
Yeah, he Pain Suppresses Khuna, which I think is actually a little weird, considering that Hydra's the one getting a ton of damage into, but Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to question Lord Hydra.
Yeah, and there's a Divine Hymn coming out of him as well. Gonna be interrupted though by a Fear coming out of Killer Priest.
And the DK is forced to use AMZ to prevent some of the magical damage coming onto him by the RMP team.
Yeah, and that was a silence on top of Hydra. Now he's dropping really low. He is gonna do the power infusion on him, and it seems like he's gonna be able to get away for the time being.
Yeah, Kuna's doing an excellent job of preventing Kenki Dama from doing any damage here. I mean, cheap shot into Gouge into Kidney, and now he's just trying so hard to prevent it from doing stuff. But I feel like Hydra's team is eventually going to lose because they're playing defensive all game long. I mean, I might be wrong. They might land a really clutch Fear and just burst someone, but right now it's really what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I mean, Hydra's getting really low. He's down to 6k mana, whereas Phenobis is actually on 8k. But, I mean, he's taking Tide to drink right now, so that could turn the tides. Kidney shot on Kenkidama, as well as a sheep shot on everybody, it seems, on the screen. So I'm guessing a Shadow Dance is imminent.
Yeah, he used a Shadow Dance to peel right there. I'm not entirely sure that was the best choice, because if you use Shadow Dance to peel, you're probably not going to be getting a kill until the next minute. And when you're running against a Priest DK team, a minute's a long time.
Yeah, it's a really long time, and now Best World, the Mage actually taking a little bit of damage right here.
They're hitting the Shadow Priest right now.
Yeah.
And he's, he's trying his hardest to just get damage out, and he's doing a great job of it. I mean, they even switch off him because he was playing so well.
Yeah, I think Hydra right now should probably try to get a couple of mana burns off on the Paladin, because the Paladin's mana is, well, it's always going to be better than the Priest, and he's also drinking right now, so. As well as Khuna actually taking a lot of damage, dropping down to 10% HP. There's the Cloak of Shadows, picking him up to 25%, but yeah, he's going to be able to survive that, but that was a really intense situation there.
Yeah, and they're trying to turn the tides right now by hitting this DK. He pops a Shadow Fiend and he tries Holy Firing, but DK pops AMS and all is well. And now Hydra in a full Strangulate, and his Rogue is dipping solo, tries to manage away, cheating death, running behind the pillar, getting Mind Flayed right now. Is Hydra able to pick him up? Hydra does pick him up, barely, brings him to 50%. That was so close. Great play. It looked like he blinded the Paladin there because he thought the Paladin was going to throw a hammer at him or something.
Yeah, I mean, the Rogue, both the Rogue and the Priest this game has been going so low so many times, but every time it seems like he just magically seems to pick him up.
Yeah, Hydra, I mean, this is why you guys love him. He's really good at healing and really good at playing offensive, and there's a reason why he's known as one of the best priests in the world. I'm extremely impressed with this guy's play. It's an honor to be casting this guy. He even shackles the pet to prevent some ongoing damage here.
And now, once again, Sasha Grey is going to be able to take a few hits from both Kenkidama and Killer Priest. Forced to use Cloak of Shadows to negate a bit of damage right there. But there's a grip.
Has to trinket, and now he gets gripped in. He's going to be taking a ton of damage here. The DK even pops AMS to attempt to negate damage, so he can go super hard on Hydra. Hydra gets into a silence, but he's able to pick himself up. He does a great job at getting away right now.
He even used Desperate Prayer there, and there's a stun coming in from the Paladin, actually. And a Fear onto the Shadow Priest. Icebound 42 now being popped by Kenkidama, and a grip onto Hydra is going to be nailing him down, but there's an instant shape onto the DK from the Mage. But yeah, Hydra's taking so much damage right now, dropping down to 40% HP. He's got no mana left, and he's dropping. Could he be going down right here? He does, and Juoniors is going to go to the upper bracket finals, defeating Hydra 3-0.